Hi, and welcome to this tutorial where we will look at something really nice, File GeoDatabases. So if you remember in the last tutorial, the beginner tutorial, we had these vector data, we had 3 shapefiles, and if we look at them in our folder, you can see that these are the 3 shapefiles. So even though there are just 3 shapefiles, there are a lot of files associated with that specific shapefile. So this is the nice hikes shapefile, and it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 additional files that complement the shapefile. The thing with File GeoDatabases is that it is a database that stores all your layers, and these layers are called feature classes. So we will look at how to create that. So the first thing we need to do is find a place to save it. So in my vector folder here, I will create a new folder. I will call this database. And when I open it, there's nothing. But if I right click on it again and click new and click on File GeoDatabase, I have basically created my File GeoDatabase. So I can give it another name. I will just call it training for now. So that's as easy as it gets. We have now created our File GeoDatabase. And if I want to create a feature class or a layer, I just right click on it, click on new, and then I choose. You have many options here, so play around with it if you would like to explore that. But this is the main thing we're going to look on in this video, the feature class. So when I create a new feature class, I can give it a name. So I'm just going to call it testing, and I'm going to have it as a point. So this is where you define your feature class type. So it's basically a shapefile point, only that this is stored within a database, so that this database can contain all sorts of different feature classes, point, lines, and polygons, and with different names, so you can have a good structure on your data. Everything can stay within one database, so you don't have this folder with a lot of messy files. So if I go into the database here, you can see it's only a folder structure, .gdb. And everything I create from now on will be saved within that database. So when I have defined the feature class type, I'm just going to leave these as default and go to next, because here is where you define your attribute table, basically. It says fields here, but it's like the attribute columns for your data. So I can just set this to name, have it as text, and I can have this as measurement and set that to be a floating point number. So now I can go to next. And here we set the coordinate reference system. If you have set it for your map, you can take it automatically from that, or you can search it up. I'm just going to leave it with this one. And the next pages are just, you can check on it if you like, but I think it's wise to just stay with the basics here. But this is about the tolerance. This is about the resolution. And this one is about the storage configuration. So I'm just leaving everything as the defaults. And when I click finish, you can see that it is here, my testing feature class, which is associated with the training.gdb database. So if I click on the arrow here, you can see that the testing feature class is underneath this one. And just as we did in the beginner video, when you have this, it's just like a layer, so you can create symbology here, you can go into the attribute table, add fields if you like. You can create your features just as we did with the shape files from the beginner tutorial. So I'll place out some points, save my creation, gonna exit out of this mode, and I can write in some names. Like this. And when you have written in your attribute table, you can just save. So that's basically it. And if you just want to keep on extending your database, you can just create new feature classes and they will be saved within the same database. So here I'm creating a polygon shapefile for project areas, and I'm gonna call this name and cost, for example. Change the type to float again. And now, since I know that I just want to keep the basics for the rest of these 6 pages here, I'm just going to click finish because I know I want to stick to the defaults. So it's that easy and that quick to make your layers for your project, and they are stored, they are organized neatly underneath your database here. So let's say I just got this database from a colleague, and I just imported it into my project like it is here, and then I can just drag it in. Here's my project area. Here's my testing layer with the features we created, these points. So it's a very good tool to use, very good way to structure data and have a good and organized project using the File GeoDatabase. So I hope you liked this video. If you did, it would be very nice if you subscribe to the channel and gave the video a like. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.